Datute, I truly think Japan is a good country. Japan is a great country for the rich to live in. In countries like France, the government offices don't work properly, but in Japan, they work diligently and the train doesn't need wrong without being late by a minute. In France, there are quite a few times when the train doesn't come for 10 minutes or we won't run the train today. Yes, it seems like the train is done for today. Things like it's over because of an accident, it's over because it's outside, like you're about to go to the airport and the train's over, right? That kind of thing happens quite a bit. But, well, isn't it something that basically doesn't happen in Japan? So, for example, when you're at the supermarket and something is, when you ask a cashier, where is this place? In Japan, they usually tell you. But in the United States and other countries, they might say, I don't know. I'm just a cashier. I don't know. And that's the end of it. Even if you ask a cleaning uncle, if he's a kind person, he'll tell you. But the cleaning uncle might say, I'm just cleaning. I don't know. I have no idea. You see, that's what I mean. It's like people who work in shops should be ready to satisfy customers' requests when they say something, right? About 95% of Japanese people probably have it. But let that happen in America, France, or Europe. I'm hired for cleaning, not for the checkout or restocking. It's not my job. I'll do the job and scope that I've decided on. But if it's not that, it's not my job. There's usually that. It's not about good or evil, or kindness or malice. It's just that it's not my job. Why is that the same with that? For example, that when there was a huge line at the checkout, I mean Japanese people who end up working a bit of overtime in France or something. It's like, let's end here. White, let's go. So I go home at 5 p.m. That's it. Fast food too. If it closes at 8, they usually stop taking orders around 7:45. In Japan, they say they close at 8, but the door remains open until about 8:55 when the shutter starts to lower a bit. At 8, the door closes in Japan, but they wait until all the customers finish eating, cleaning up in the meantime. In France, as you can't place an order 30 minutes before closing, he said, you're kicked out before 8. It's like, get out, it's past 8. But I'm like, no, it's only 7:50. But there is such a thing. But it's not about the amount of tax. It's just that they work according to these rules. That's all there is to it. So, these workers have to work overtime and provide various services which can be tough. If you have money and don't have to work, Japan is very safe, has good services and delicious food. So there seems to be a YouTuber named PewDiePie who's at the world-class level living in Kyoto, Japan. When you live in another country, people would point at me and say, oh, it's PewDiePie. Kyoto has a lot of foreigners, so it's not like anyone would notice. You can live normally. I think the number of wealthy people who live in Japan will increase because of these reasons. PewDiePie reached 100 million YouTube subscribers. Amazing, right?